A little bit of housekeeping. I hope that this doesn't become the status quo, because I fucking hate this angle, and I hate how I don't get to see the front camera, because I don't know if I look like a dork or not. So I'm just gonna be constantly fixing my hair during this. But today, I have this book, and it's called A Day No Pigs Would Die. And it's a really good book, and I'm gonna do a review, something like a book report. But like, I'm hoping that it's more like it's funny, because like I actually no, nah, the goal today is not supposed to be funny. That was completely unintentional. Yeah, this is a 76 family. So because of the educational tone of this video, I buttoned up my shirt. You may be wondering, Goji, why'd you button up your shirt for? Because like, the reason that I wear an overshirt plus, the normal shirt is specifically for this. Because like, I mean, obviously I didn't go through the trouble of putting on my normal shirt on, because that felt like too much work for really nothing, and because my mask kind of covers my neck anyway. But you see, the reason that I wear this overshirt and this shirt is because if I ever like walk into a situation where like, I need to wear this to, be somewhat formal, I'll just button up my shirt and everything will be fine. And then like and you may also be wondering, Goji, if you're trying to be educational, you're trying to be formal, trying to be professional, why didn't you shave? It's because I've been trying to grow this shit for so long, nothing happens, someone's outside my door, I'm afraid to cuss, but I've been growing this for months. All that's grown is the least attractive parts of facial hair. I don't know why. Like, there is hair on my cheeks that isn't growing. It teases me. It's like this freaking big, and it's not moving. It's pissing me off. Either that or I'm shaving every time I scratch my face, which I think not. Anyway, you may be wondering, Goji, if you're supposed to be professional, why are you wearing a bandana instead of an actual mask? Because I don't have one. And because, like, this is fine, as long as I'm wearing something. Like, I have that rag over there, but it's, like, all dirty. And you may be wondering, Goji, if the mask can't be negotiated, and you're wearing a buttoned-up shirt, why the fuck are you still wearing shades? Now, I've prepared for this, alright? I'm gonna change the status quo. Yeah, that's right. It's got squares now. I can't turn my head because they're... And, I can't show you, but on the side, they're Ray-Bans. And I can actually see way better in these than this. Because, these are meant to, like, disperse light rather than dim it. So, I'm wondering, Goji, why are you covering your face every time you turn? Because there's actually spots that are open so you can still see my eyes. So you can still see my eyes, and that's gross. Alright. So anyway, A Day No Pigs Would Die. Alright, I'm not gonna read it, but because I've already read it. But like, if I ever get to the point where YouTube lets me stream, I will read this because it's a really good book. I think I could finish it in a day if I was just like kept going. So anyway, A Day No Pigs Would Die starts with this boy. I forgot his name. I think it's just because it's written in the third person, so Haven Peck. Wait, no, that's his dad's name. Fuck. Okay, shit, give me a minute. Oh, it is just Rob. Okay, I think this is actually about him, I think. Yeah, written by Robert Newton Polk. Robert Newton Peck. So, basically, it starts off where our boy Robert, right, he's running through the woods, and or like he's just wandering, and he sees his neighbor's cow giving birth to calves. And the thing is, he sees one calf on the ground, and the cow is still in pain, like, all that. So then he grabs the calf that's still in the mom, and of course the mom's all fucking weird because cows are stupid. The cow starts running, and of course but he kept holding on, so he actually pulled the baby out of the cow. And you know what? If like the baby had stayed in there, the cow would have died, or like the baby would have died. Yeah, no, the baby would have died. But what happens is that like because he saved the little baby, the neighbor that the neighbor, he's grateful. He's like, oh, thank you for doing that for me. Like, look at him. He's healthy as hell. I'll keep you updated. But then he gives Robert a pig, a little baby pig, a piglet, and he's like, this is yours now. I honestly understood that. I personally, because like they were Shakers, and I could understand that. You know what? Maybe that's a good thing for them. But to me, that's like you just gave them a different responsibility, you prick. Like, not really, but anyway. So what happens is like in the story, it's just telling this, the story of, Robert and his pig for the first couple times, and you see him. The thing is that I think they touched on it a couple times, but Robert's dad or Robert's father, or pa, Robert's pa actually works for a pig slaughtering company, or something like that, a meat plant. He works to butcher pigs. He butchers pigs every day. And the reason why that's significant is because later on in the story, spoilers, I guess. I mean, I don't think anybody else reads that, and nobody else is gonna read that. But anyway, basically what happens is that eventually the father does kill that, but we're not gonna get to that now. So what happens is that fuck. So what happens is that our boy Robert, he's going around doing all his chores and whatnot, visiting the neighbors. And one time, the neighbors that his pig, he named the pig Pinky, by the way. The neighbors that he got Pinky from, they actually took him to this fair that he's only ever heard of. It's actually it's a really big thing where they're from, or something like that, where they had to go on the carriage because his neighbors, they got horses, and that's pretty cool. So he goes out there and he wins a prize with his pig Pinky, and I thought that was pretty sick. I thought it was cool. But then winter comes round. Oh wait, no, there was this side story that I think was kind of significant. Was one of the neighbors down the street. I think he was a farmhand or something. By the way, I don't remember there being any I don't remember them ever referring to anyone as the N-word. So like, if that's a turn off for you when it comes to, buying books of this kind of nature, of the, I don't want to say hillbilly or redneck style, but, they're just living on a farm in the middle of the American continent. So, I realize that, this isn't professional at all to put on a slightly stereotypical, slightly offensive accent in the middle of a school presentation. So I'm gonna cut the act. It's actually getting really hot, so this is an excuse. Anyway, so basically what happens is that their neighbor gets a new dog, and there's a weasel in Robert's dad's chicken coop. He catches a weasel, and you see there's this thing that you're supposed to do back then. You're supposed to weasel a dog. Um, what that is you get a confined area and you put the dog and a weasel in it, so that when the dog eventually kills the weasel, he'll know how to deal with weasels in the future. So then it's easier for a dog to kill weasels, because weasels are predators to chickens and the like. They steal shit, they kill shit, and they freak almost everything out. So there's that. And then what ends up happening is the dog narrowly wins the fight against the weasel, but they both end up dying because the dog got really fucked up. And that's basically that story. And the man that owned the dog, he was like, "I'll never weasel a dog again. That is cruel." And I think he ended up killing the dog, but yeah, well, and if that turns you off, then you're a fucking pussy. Nah, I'm kidding. But still. It was a mercy kill, though. It was a mercy kill, so, like, it's not that bad. But anyway, like, then the winter comes around, and I think winter comes around, and Robert's, like, a young man, maybe my age, maybe a little bit older than me. But what happened, no, he was younger than me. Yeah, at that time, he was younger than me. The winter came, and they just ran out of food. And what's the one thing that's been running around? And they goes, yeah, they killed Pinky. Because it was foreshadowing, and you really hope that it would never happen, but it did happen, because times were tough. This is a realistic book. They killed Pinky. Oh, fuck. And the reason they did that is because earlier in the book, it was revealed that Pinky is actually barren. If you don't know what that means, it means that she can't shit out no more baby piglets. So she was basically useless, other than to have, her meat taken out. And by meat taken out, I mean
devoured.
Yeah, there was actually this really uncomfortable part in the book where the neighbor brought over his pig and the stud pig. And basically what happens is that the stud pig just rapes Pinky, and it goes into weird detail. It goes into horrible detail. In fact, very uncomfortable. I didn't like that part. I feel like they could have just yada yada'd it. But they left it in. Because you know what? Maybe it was a traumatic experience for the author. Like, they even went into detail that her ass started bleeding, or her rump, as they call it. Her rump started to bleed, and like that, I feel like, I mean, it's an important detail, sure, but fuck, I didn't like it. Like, I mean, I read it, like, everywhere. I didn't skip through it, and I'm alright with it, but fuck, it made me feel weird. Like, not the weird, I mean the weird as in the ugh. I didn't like it, but I lived through it. And it will stick with me. Maybe that's what he was trying to do. Maybe he was trying to make it stick in your brain how shit it was to watch. Because up until this point, Robert and Pinky are like the bestest of friends. And what he basically did was he bought someone, not bought, but he did pay the stud fee, I think. He paid the stud fee. This is a train wreck. I'm fucking this up every opportunity. Oh, I keep forgetting. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that water gave me this much gas. But I need a spit. And that's not a tobacco joke. But anyway, yeah, so they kill Pinky, and it's kind of sad for like a couple moments, but then you remember that it actually helped them through the winter. They survived the entire winter, which is kind of good, I guess. I mean, like, I understood it, but I can understand why some people, they'll get kind of teared up about it. But, it's just me. It's just survival. It's, like, it sucks, but you just gotta live, man. But then when it skips to a part where Robert is a young man, like a strapping man, like a working man, and his dad dies in the straw next to his cows. And I thought that was beautiful. He died in his sleep because he got old enough to the point where something or other, he just couldn't sleep in the house no more. So, they kept him in the... And it wasn't like a big thing. It was just like, well, sorry, partner, you're gone. And I thought that was a really good way to handle it, because, like, it was slow, and you actually felt how calm it was. That, like, it wasn't, oh, my father, oh. It was just like, see you, peace, rest in peace. And I thought that was a really good touch. I think that a lot of stuff is handled really well in that book. A lot of stuff is handled really well in the book. And it really conveys to you that just the way that they lived. And I don't know, man. It's a really good book. More people should read it. Even though I just spoiled all of it. Like, I probably forgot a lot of shit that happened in it. But it's a really good book. And it might have cult status. I don't know. So you need to read it. And it's the day no more pigs would die was in direct reference to the fact that the dad died. And, like, they even said it, like, I think Robert even said, this was a sad day, but on the bright side, it was a day that no pigs would die. In fact, you know what, because this shit, I'm already cutting out like half of this. I don't even know if, like, the camera even gave out at this point. Good night, Papa. I said, we had he was 13! Holy shit! Oh, yeah, right, because back in the day, 13 was a working age. I guess. I don't know. Papa works all the time. He don't ever rest. Worse than that. Papa lived through... So where were we? I think I was actually done. I forgot what I was talking about. I think something how Rob's dad died. I don't know. I forgot. Oh wait. Yeah. So a day has passed. My phone died. Just I guess I wanted to show like how effort was put in. This ties into yesterday. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger